Welcome to WineDirect Essentials. Let's go over setting up and editing users and security groups. Once you're logged into the admin panel, select the main tab Settings, which will automatically take us to the admin users page. Before we get into creating a user account, you may want to create a security group. So let's hover our cursor over the sub-tab User and select Security Groups. Security groups are beneficial because it allows you to set security parameters in bulk versus having to adjust each user's security access individually. For example, you may want to create a security group for your tasting room staff, as they may not need as much access to the admin panel as your management. To create a security group, select the green Add a Security Group button, and then give the security group a name. First, you'll be given a few items you can either give the security group access to or not. As you can see, these items are broken down by POS and Admin Panel access. This is how you can prevent staff from altering prices in the POS or deleting contacts from the admin panel. Go through the list and check the items you want to limit access to. Once you're done, press Save. Next, you can adjust menu restrictions within the admin panel. You can either check the main tab to give access to all the content within the main tab, or you can select certain subtabs to give access to. To give access to specific subtabs, you'll need to check off the main tab. For example, if you want to allow some access to contacts, you'll need to select Contacts and then whichever subtabs you'd like to give the staff access to. Be aware, for login credentials to work, your staff does need to have access to at least one area of the admin panel. Once you've made your adjustments, press Save. Now that we have our security group made, let's walk through creating a user and assigning them to a security group. We'll hover over the sub-tab Users and select Admin User, or simply click the sub-tab Users. Then select the green Add an Admin User button. Input the employee's first name, last name, and either a personal email address or a company email address. Next, have them create a username and password for themselves. For access, you can either assign the user to a security group with predetermined access, or you can determine access on a case-by-case basis. To determine individual access for most employees, you want to assign them to basic admin access. For management or other staff that needs complete access to the admin panel, you'll want to give them domain admin access. For the most part, you'll only need to assign a user to either a security group, basic admin access, or domain admin access. Master admin access is for users that are needing to access multiple websites controlled by the same company. For more information on this, visit WineDirect documentation. Next, you'll need to assign a sales associate so the user's sales and club signups can be accurately tracked in the system. This will typically be the same as their first and last name. You may need to select Add New to add their name and make them an active sales associate. Press Save Changes once you're done. If you're utilizing PINs, have your employee create a 4-digit PIN that they can use to access the POS with. For access to website settings and developer areas within the admin panel, you'll need to select the Is Developer box. Finally, if this is an active user, check Is Active. At any time, you can go back into a user's account and deactivate their user account and login credentials by unchecking this box. Once you press Save, you'll see an option to edit security permissions. If we press Edit, you can see that this is the same as what we saw in security groups. Again, if you've assigned a user to a security group, then you don't need to make any adjustments here. Any adjustments made will override the security settings you've already established in your security group. That's it for users and security groups. See you in the next video.